Hi guys, today I'm continue config some additional OSPF feature. Same as usual, let me talk about to see. Today I add three more router: router 7 connect to router 3, router 8 connect to router 4, router 9 connect to router 2. And the first feature I would like to config is OSPF default route on router 7. Router 7 now is facing to internet, and if I enable this feature, router 7 will float the default route to its neighbor. A default route in OSPF is really helpful in case you have many router and allow them to connect to internet. So you don't need to configure the default route but each device manually. OSPF default route will advertise the default route to its neighbor automatically. Okay, let me open the router 7 console. Same like the previous video, I configure the IP and the OSPF on the router 7 already. So now I just go to the router OSPF mode. I still use the process ID 1, and to enable the default route, I need using default command, default information follow the original, and router had the 4 options. Today I forgot on way and the metric option. By default, if I use the command without any keyword here, the OSPF will check the routing table. If the routing table has the default route, OSPF will advertise default route to its neighbor. In case routing table don't has the default route, OSPF will not advertise default route. Okay. Let me use this command without the keyword, and then my expectation router 3 receive default route from router 7. Okay, and let me show IP route. Okay, see, router 3 receive default route, right, from IP 10.10 15.1, this one, okay. And what happened if I delete the default route in router 7? Let me show run session IP route, and I going to delete this one. No, this one. And because now router 7 don't have the default route in the routing table, so OSPF will not advertise the default route to the router 3. Right, so let me show IP route. Yes, correct, right? Router 3 now don't have the default route. Okay, so if in case I also still want to advertise default routes, even the router 7 don't have the default route, so I need using the keyword on way. The keyword on ways must OSPF on way advertise default route, even the router don't have the default route in the routing table. So default information originate and follow the on way. Okay, and now router 7 advertise router 3. Okay, set correct, right? Okay, and router 3 advertise to the another router, another router, another router, and another router, and router A also has default route. Let me show IP route. Correct, right? And learn around 23 seconds ago. So second keyword is the metric. By default, the OSPF default route using metric 1 when send the default route to its neighbor. We can change the metric using the metric keyword here, and I will use the metric and follow the metric value. I will try 10. As then router 3 receive the default route with matrix 10. Correct, right? The OSPF default route, I think is not complexity. The not we need caution is at the keyword always. If the router actually don't have the default route, but still advertise default route to the another router, in this case, the traffic, internet traffic will be black hole. Okay. The next filter I would like to do is a matrix. Change the matrix to affect how router or how the OSPF calculate the path. I would like to use the port 1 in router 5 is a main path go to the loopback interface of router 1. So I going to change the code in router port 0 in router 5 in this box. Okay, so total code in this path will be higher than this path, so the router 5 will choose the above path is a main path to go to the loopback in router 1. Okay, router 5, let me show IP route, and now you see router 5 learning loopback of router 1 with 2 paths, 2 interface through the interface 1 and interface 0. So I will change the code interface 0. Okay, let me show IP or OSPF interface brief to verify the code. Okay, now same 10 and 10, interface 1 and interface 0. Okay, to change the code I need to go to the interface submod and interface 0, and to change the code of interface I need to use the IP or OSPF code. Okay, and follow code range from 1 to 655 to refine. Let me change to 20. Okay, and then I show the IP OSPF interface bridge one more time, and now interface 0 S code is 20. So total code of this part is 10 20, 10 and 10, so total is the 40, right? In this part is the 30, 10, 10, 10, so this part is lower than this part, so router 5 choice this part is the main part go to the loopback router 1. Let me show IP route to verify correct, right? Go to port 1. Okay, easy, right? What happens if I set down to this one or this one? Let me set down port 1 on the router 4. So now the router 5 need use the port 0 to go to the loopback interface, and route will install using this path through port 0. Okay, router 4 interface Ethernet 0/1, and I'll set down. Then I go to the router 5 and wait just a second and verify the routing table. Okay, now router use port 0, right? Port 1, 0. Okay, let me now set and wait a second and so again. Okay, port 1. Okay, the third feature is the interface bus C on router A. Interface bus C is a special interface type in OSPF. If the interface set is the bus C, the OSPF will not send hello out the interface, and also OSPF will not process the receive hello OSPF in this interface. And OSPF also will not advertise the subnet behind it go out the interface, but it also advertise the connected connected subnet of this interface. So I would like to use port 0 on router A is a bus interface. So my expectation, the subnet here, subnet Labs 0 will not advertise to another router. Okay, let me go to the router A. Router A also I set up the OSPF already. So let me show IP OSPF neighbor and have the one neighbor router 4, right? Let me go to router 4 and show IP route, and my expectation router 4 receive the subnet Labs 0 router A 172.7.15.1. Okay, this one correct, right? So now I go to the router A and go to the interface submod interface Ethernet 0 /0 and sorry, the bus interface bus unit config in the router submod, not interface submod. Okay, so go to IP OSPF router OSPF 1 and bus C interface and follow interface name Ethernet 0/0, and right after I enter, the router A will remove the neighbor with router 4, and they cannot establish anymore. Okay, you see the OSPF status from full to down, and we show IP OS neighbor and no neighbor, right? Let me show the route into the router 4. So IP route. Okay, you see now router 4 still had the route 17.1.0, and because the interface still up, so the OSPF need wait the hold timer expire in broadcast and time is the 40 seconds. Okay, so okay, now router 4 remove the subnet 15.1.0. okay, we don't see this subnet, right? Okay, so in your real version we need careful using the bus interface. We will remove the neighbor, remove the subnet behind it. To the next feature is the area 1 between the router 2 and router 9 multi area. OSPF support the multi area, but not the area must connect to backbone area 0. Okay, so as we set up router 9 connect to router 2 using the area 1. Okay, router 9 here. Okay, so IP the fabric. I remember I did not set the IP. I set IP already, maybe did not set the OSPF. Okay, correct. So I need to go to the config mode, then using the router OSPF process ID 1, and I need the default router ID 11 11 and 9, and then I go to the interface submod to enable the OSPF in box 0. Okay, box 0. Okay, IP OSPF 1, but now error is 1. Okay, I need to go to the router 2 to verify whether I config box 02 or not, and so run interface 02, not yet, right? So I need config interface 02 IP address 11 10 11 and 6 255 and 252, and IP OSPF 1 area 1 to enable OSPF in this interface, and my expectation to router establish the neighbor, and so IP OS neighbor. Okay, two-way status, right? Okay, let's wait a second. So run phase 0 0. Okay, y and OSPF 1 error 1. So ib os neighbor stuck. Okay, now neighbor install success. Okay, so ib OSPF neighbor. Okay, win up yeah. Okay, so how about routes? My expectation router 9 receive on route of router in error 0. Okay, so ib route. Okay, okay, this is route, right? But you see now the routing table has the one not uh, uh, inter area IA, right? Because router 9 belong to area 1, so the route come from the router 0, so router 9 not this route is the inter area. And you see I had a link here, but I notified the IP, so now I try to connect this link and using the area 0 here, area 0 here. And so what's happened in the router 9, what happened in the routing table? And let me using the IP address 10 11 5 6 8 and 9. This is 10. Okay, slot 30. Okay, port 0 slot 1 on router 9. 509 IP rest and 10 10 11 9 255 252 now set. And I would like enable the interface and join it to the area 0 IP OSPF 1 area 0, also router 7 and config terminal and interface 0 slot 2 and IP address 10 10 11 and 10 25 25 25 22. Now set an IP OSPF OSPF 1 area 1, and let me check the interface in routers 9 is 1 and also okay. And so IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, not yet, right? So IP interface rep 9. Okay, and so IP interface rep okay 2 10, right? So the interface goes 2. Okay, okay, now router 7 and router 9 install it the neighbor. Okay, let me show IP OS neighbor. Okay, router 7 neighbor 1 111.119 router 9. Okay, so let's check what happened in the routing table router 9. So IP route. Okay, you see, so one more time. Okay, you see now routing table also learn, but without the node IA, right? The node I would like to mention here is how the router choose the route if it had the two area. OSPF if in the router had two paths point to the same destination but learn from the different area, the router will choose the path learn from the same area. So the route with OSPF had the higher prefer than the route with the inter area. In case router 9 learn route from the same area, right? There 0 with the box 1 and the inter area with box 0. So router 9 will join the route learn from this box inter same the OSPF area. Okay, this one. Okay. I think today video I mentioned about default route, change the code, factor matrix, total matrix, in bus interface, and the multi area. So hope you understand how configure the future in the real version. Thank you for watching the video today, and hope you like and subscribe my channel, friend. Bye bye.